Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and our listeners in Ferguson, St. Louis City, our people on YouTube, our people on Facebook, our people on smartphone, and we got a heck of a show for you today, and we're just going to connect things up, and I think we'll be able to provide you with some much valuable information and that remembrance and dialogue. We did lose. I do not know his first and last name, but lead breaker. He was a guy in construction, and the person that sounds just like Martin Luther King, Archie Williams. So there we have their funerals, and people, I don't know if it's that time or not, but we seem to be leaving us quicker than we want them to. But we have some special guests today, starting with a young man whom I have known for years, as far as being a publisher, as far as being a person that has had numerous book fairs throughout the country. So now he's back in Kansas City, and he has finished a novel on mystery. Plus, it dates back. Somebody gonna say something that he's a class act, and he was doing some with Mr. Will Smith, but they got kind of business complications there. So once that gets started, and he got some people looking at him to produce a movie. Now, I'd like to welcome Mr. Vincent Alexandra. I hope I got that
Good
right.
afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. What's up, LC? How you doing, brother?
Well, I don't know, man. This is one of those days, but since we got you, that's going to make the day better.
Always a pleasure to talk to you, brother.
Tell us about how you got started, about when I met you. And matter of fact, I had the pleasure of being in one or two of your books. And tell me how you got started in that publishing type situation.
I got started publishing because my dad was functionally illiterate, and him and my grandfather and uncles told me stories. That began my love of stories, of writing. And because he was illiterate, that made me want to write because he couldn't. So I always did it as an acknowledgement and an honor to him. And I did murder mystery because I was a private police officer for 18 years, doing private police work and security work. I worked with chiefs for Kansas City Chiefs for 18 seasons. So a lot of some of my works come from different adventures that I had doing that job. So I've been privileged and blessed to tell stories and to be creative, and it's been an honor to share those stories and characters with my fan base.
We are.
Now I'm moving into film.
I was going to say we do have the pleasure of our folks. I'm quite sure. Oh, he just inundated with questions, and plus what his parents used to tell him back in the South, storytelling. So I know he's fired up. So I want to welcome you to the show, Mr. Fowlkes.
Mr. Vincent, please make your acquaintance, okay? And well, from what I just learned about you, when you went to Kansas to teach, that's a topic that you might want to talk about there. But what was your role with the chief? What was your duties over there? And what did you do with the chief?
Well, with the chief, I was a security supervisor, and I had Derek Thomas, and I also had Mr. Carter, which was the defensive back for the Chiefs. And Derek Thomas was a linebacker. Well, he's a Hall of Fame linebacker.
Okay, now,
personal security while I work for them.
Oh, okay. So in other words, this one of the chiefs will hire you because you're in the security service.
What now?
You're joint security service.
Yes.
Okay.
I work for what's called I think it's
So what now, sir? Okay.
Well, that was Dale Carter with the Chiefs.
I remember the Chiefs. I remember those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, he was getting in trouble quite a bit. My thing was always telling like, hey man, if you start something, that's on you. That was in my contract.
Oh.
There's one situation where we're at a club on Westport, and he was trying to talk to a lady down there, and so he was like, yeah, I play for the Chiefs. She said, I know who you are. And so he said, well, let's dance. She said, no, I don't want to dance. So he pushed her in the face. And her husband was standing right there.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
So I said, Dale, I said, hey man, that's not cool. He said, man, you need to. So the husband got upset. I said, well, I'd be upset too if you pushed my wife in the face.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
not part of my contract. You started that. You know, and you disrespected the lady, and you did it in front of me, so I would have to testify what I saw. Because I can't lie.
Oh my God.
That's part of my contract. I can't lie for you. I can send you as far as the dude came and tried to jump you or something, but you brought that on yourself. So days later, he left early. He said, well, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah, he left early. And they outside for him and the guy, so the guy followed him. They outside Westport shooting at each other.
What?
Yeah, so I was like, man, I can't be part of that. My name cannot be part of that. That's in my contract. My thing is I'm your private security. That means I'm there to protect you against people invading your space, not for you invading somebody else's space. So I had to.
You know, Mr. Vincent, Mr. Vincent, in another life, okay, I used to have my own security. I had security guards also, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that having security guard with you, protects you, must also you have to respect the security guard also, so he can respect you, and that's where they should go. It's actually a two-way street.
He felt like I was just like, I was just pro bono dude, and I was like, no, I can't do that, man. I just can't go and start jumping on people for you. See, you cause a problem. I said, because I saw the whole thing. So I said, so if they take you to court, I had to be a witness for them.
Right.
Because I was there and I saw everything. And I can't lie for you. I have to tell exactly what I saw, how everything went down.
Well, I mean, when I said,
man, you go against me, I had no choice.
That is kind of funny, because I know it is kind of funny because the law, okay, you got to follow the law. That's protects your license, for you to do what you're supposed to do.
Where's my livelihood?
Yeah, I mean, that's your livelihood. I mean, your life is your livelihood, and you have to
go down. I was like, man, I got to take care of myself. They don't understand that you got fired over some foolishness. Yeah. And then it comes up in the paper, and they start getting all kind of bad press. Whose first name gonna come up? My name will be the first name that came up because I was in security.
Now, was that your last problem you had with it at that point on? Did he get his act together?
No, we at that point we separated ways. I had to cancel my contract with him. I said, this ain't gonna work. It's not working out too good. So,
Smart man.
So some of the other players would give me a riff about it. They said, man, you just gonna drop the dude like that? I can't help it, man. You put me in a bad situation.
Well, that's how I think about. I think about a person that's professional and unprofessional. You know what I'm saying? I'm like on the field, he's professional.
I wasn't drinking or anything. He was drinking. He was intoxicated. I said, you put me in a bad situation.
When I had my security details, who always, by the way, I had former police officers was part of my head of security.
Then as far as another opportunity I'm having right now, I'm talking with Netflix with Philip Jason at Netflix, and I'm also talking with Tracy Ellis Ross. They're interested in turning my book, Black Heat, into a movie.
Okay, what tell us about your book that you have?
I do murder mystery novels, and my murder mystery novel, my third murder mystery novel, Black Heat, got turned into a short film. We won second place at the LA International Film Festival.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So that's the one they looked at that made it into a movie?
Well, we made it to a short film. So that's what Will Smith is considering for a movie.
Oh,
he got in trouble after he had slapped Chris, and then a lot of his sponsors jumped off the ship, so his monetary value went down, so he couldn't afford to do it. So he put my project on hold.
Well, right now, if you don't mind, is possible. Can you talk a little bit about him? He got in his sponsors back, but he's still, on the back.
Well, I was able to get my option back because he had 2 years to make the film, and he didn't complete it in 2 years. So the options, all the rights came back to me.
Okay,
he had the rights to the film. I couldn't shop it for 2 years. While he had the option, I could not shop the film with anybody else.
Okay.
And now I can shop it. I can reshop it.
You can reshop it. You can look like on the market again.
Right. That's what me and my agent, my attorney, are doing that.
Okay, we should
same
do
thing with Netflix, because it's an 8-book series. And Netflix, they want more than one story. So I'm trying to get it instead of a one book deal, a 3-book deal. Now that's why Tracy Ellis Ross came in, because she's interested in directing. So I'm trying to get her to direct.
Okay.
So, but things are lining up. I've been very blessed and fortunate. But you also have to be patient, because it's a real toxic world out there.
Oh my God, no. Well, no, I
take your time and dot your I's and cross your T's. You be in trouble quick. And people really take advantage of it. They want 40%, 50%, going rates is 20, 25.
I was at a conference this weekend, and one of the things Jim was there, for the copyrights, and people don't understand the value, okay, of putting your deal into a contract and documentation, which allows you, okay, to fulfill your obligation and then still maintain your product itself. And they went without that contract, you would get in trouble.
People don't get anything from me. Don't sign anything. The second thing, never give up your rights. And remember, Kentucky Fried Chicken and Captain D's are two different entities. Kentucky Fried Chicken does chicken, Captain D's does fish. So when you sign a contract, they're going to ask for everything. Just say you do books, then I'll find a different contract for a movie company. Because the book company is going to want your rights to your marketing, with like T-shirts, posters, everything. And they want your movie rights so they can shop it for TV if they do anything like on Netflix. They want all those rights. And they're going to ask for them up front. So read the contract, and what you don't understand, you're an attorney. Pay an attorney $500 as opposed to losing $500,000.
Wow, one of the things I think that blacks as a whole need to understand the value of having an attorney give you advice, and that we don't know all we think we know sometimes.
And you research, understand what SAG is. Go to some film festivals and get in shows. Let people get to know you. You get to know them. Do favors. You have a lot of directors. They don't know how to write. they'll get you to come in and help them finish up a screenplay. But then you can turn around and say, okay, well, if I do the screenplay for you, do a short film for me.
Well, let's back up a little bit. You used to put on those book fairs, and a lot of the people, I know you did a couple, I know one of them for sure, over at Basile High School. And then I know a lot of those people that was part of the book fair, authors and things like that. What's that one with the three girls? What do they call that movie? Goldie, I think was her name. I met a lot of people talking about people who were well known, at least in this market or in that particular market, and you would see them. They were lucky to get a break on a TV series, and people say, "Oh, I saw you on that." And so a lot of this was because of your hard work and your initiative to bring those book fairs, not only in Kansas.
Well, a lot of them, they only get paid for that project. A lot of them don't find projects where they get money after it's shown. So every time it's shown, they get a residual check. A lot of them sign a contract because they didn't know. Sign a contract. Like Martin Lawrence was one of the first people that we did Martin. He signed with his TV series. Every time his show is played, he gets a percentage back every time it's played. Mm-hmm. JJ and them, they didn't do that. Good Times, they didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
so.
Go ahead.
But do your research and look at it. Doesn't cost. You can go on Amazon and get used books and learn the whole business because they have books on the industry. And you can learn the industry in a matter of 3 hours. It's a matter of being disciplined, putting in the time. And you spend no more about $80 to get the books to do it.
So right now, Spencer, what books would you suggest if a person listening to the program right now, an aspiring writer, a young person right now, even somebody that think they know how to write, have written some, what book would you suggest for them?
Go on Amazon.com, you go to booksjustbooks.com, and they have everything that you want on writing. How to publish, how to market, how to sell, how to build characters, how to rise tension in your book. Placement. When you write it, put in who, where, and how. They give the total complex what the book is about.
Let me ask you something. What has been your most fulfilling project so far?
What now?
What has been your most fulfilling project so far?
Most important project?
What is
Black Rain has been my most successful. Well, actually, The Lyles Can Talk, that was my first book. My most successful book. Black Rain, right behind it.
Okay. Now, what was that about?
Which one?
The person, the one that was
The Lyles Can Talk? Actually, it's based on a true story. I had an associate that killed her 2 kids, her son and her daughter. I drowned them in the bathtub, and I was the one that found them. Kids, and I was the one that actually because she usually, I was the only credible person that she knew, being my girlfriend at the time, and we ended up getting her convicted because of our testimony. So, in order for me to get the memories out of my head, I wrote a story about it.
Wow, okay. How long did it take you to do that?
That was like 10 years ago.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
If you got to say something else?
It was so traumatic.
Even though they're going through some few
Then
problems.
I'm a parent also, so imagine you know, killing your 2 and your 4-year-old by drowning them because their lungs haven't fully developed. So it takes longer for you to hold them underwater. And them trusting you, and you so they're holding them until they're gone. You know, it's like I called her a monster. Now, her sister, who I used to date, got upset with me because I called him a monster. I said, well, that's the best word I could think of.
My God, I would have to agree with you on that one, sir. I mean, that's you kill your own.
I said, that was nice. I thought it was being very considerate.
You were. There's a whole lot of words.
I was like, I don't call my sister a monster. I said, well, she's in jail for life because she took the alpha split. That means you had so much evidence against you that the alpha plea is what give you a death sentence. But you spend the rest of your life in jail.
Now, was that in Missouri or was it in Kansas?
Was it what now?
Was it in the state of Missouri or was it in the state of Kansas?
One more time. What event?
Was it? Did it happen in Missouri? Did it happen in the state of Kansas?
Yeah, this is Missouri. Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay.
It's public record.
I can't remember hearing something about that some years ago. You know, I'm an avid reader. I love news. I mean, I'm a newspaper reader, and I always, you know, I love news, and I can't remember. I'm like you. He was being nice to call her a monster. Okay.
Well, you know,
my third book, Post of Blues, was about Missouri serial killer who was snatching up prostitutes off the red light district on Independence Avenue, cutting them up, killing them, and then putting their body parts in the Missouri River.
Ooh, wow.
And I was like, who could get into a neighborhood and nobody would suspect? Because I worked for the Postal Service for 18 years. I was like, the postal person could be in anybody's neighborhood. Nobody would suspect the postal person. They made that my primary suspect. All of that wasn't the case.
Okay.
Wow. Gopher still hadn't been caught yet.
Wow.
Well, we know how the serial Martin Lawrence, and he had his brother girlfriend worked for Costco's here, and so she joined him like as Vegas and to get that opportunity. And we know where Martin has gone, but one of the deals that everybody used to look forward to was Bad Boys of Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
And one book that you definitely want to get is Screenwriter's Bible. If you think about doing a screenplay, the difference between a screenplay and a book, with the book, you have to actually describe the scenery. With the movie, the camera's describing everything. So you basically doing dialogue in the script. And be sharp, crisp, and catch. Keep a person's attention. Remember, the average person have a third grade attention span.
Right. Yeah, oh my God. You know, just talking to you, you know, I mean, I wrote a lot of, I love to write my own stuff, and that I found this conversation enlightening, you know, into the fact that you know, that you got to write books, okay, to direct you to monetize what you were doing, and that's most people don't actually.
And at the same point, you don't want to throw off your intellectual readers, so you have to find that balance. So the intellectual reader wants to turn the page. But
what was the hard about actually coming up with slicing that to get them both at the same time when you were fighting?
You know, I write for the love of it, and it's a joy for me, and I enjoy my characters that I create because I take so much time building the character and developing the character. Each character, just think about you being in a room or at a family reunion, and you have to describe each person sitting at the table. They can't all be the same. They can't all talk the same. They don't have the same background. They don't have the same financial background. They don't have the same religious background. So you have to develop. Somebody have a bald head. Somebody have dreads. Somebody have mustache. Somebody have beard. You have to make them distinctly different. With skin tone, skin color. One have buck teeth. One have a cap tooth.
Wow.
You know, you've been around after we've been knowing one another quite well.
Brown eyes, light brown eyes, blue eyes. Somebody can wear contacts. Each one has to be uniquely different. One can be fat, one can be medium sized, one can be sexy and vivacious. It's like you create the character, but the character has to be believable. And people have to care about each character that you do, that you create. They have to care about them. Hate them, love them, or being different. They have to have some kind of feeling about that character. So you have to build that into the character. The way they talk, the way they act, the way they treat people, the way they look at people.
But really, when you write a book,
and it has to be consistent. But with me, I do a series. So in each book, our character has to grow in each book. The relationships have to grow.
Right.
Build or fail.
Wow. That's
and I have to create a new nemesis with every book. My protagonist on the side, there's two. It's unique because I have two black male detectives. In Hollywood, the first thing they want to do was make one of the detectives white. I was like, nah, they can have two intelligent black men detectives that are successful. I take that to my grave, and I'm constantly fighting against that. I said the white-black thing has already been done. It's been done too much.
Oh yeah,
But they're the ones who giving up the money, producing. So that's what they want. I just held to my gun and said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to change my character. I had a trademark for my character. Why would I change them up? I took too long to build them up to kill them off.
Well, I know Mr. Alexander is one of our headliners for the United Minority Media Association's 50-year celebration this December the 2nd over at Bruce R. Watkins Cultural Heritage Center. And when we got into it, when I traveled to Tulsa on the Cherokee Indian Reservation, and I was listening to the news today, and I discussed some of it briefly with Jensen, where how these people are, and I assume pale-faced or white, are kidnapped to these Indian maidens and just murder them or whatever. And I know Jensen said you're going to venture up there, that might, since that's mystery.
Yes, sir. I'll be up there within the next 2 weeks. And it's no secret that quite a few slaves were integrated into the Indian tribe. They took them in, and they became part of the Indian nation.
That sounds very interesting. That's the concept of that.
Yep. One thing they can relate, both of them were being used and sub-used by the master race.
Okay, while we're talking, we do have another gentleman, a pastor, who got something.
He dropped off. Let me call him back.
Okay.
He hold on a second. Get him back.
Okay.
I'm doing research. Yeah, Brian.
Are you calling the pastor?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. His number is 816-808-4866. But in the meantime, a lot of this going on these Indian reservations, and they got their law, but the people still are running off with these young maidens, and like North Dakota, Montana, and I know he's going to venture up to Tulsa where they got the Cherokee Nation and the Cherokee Creek.
Well, MC, I got the pastor back on the line now.
Okay, Pastor Hayes.
Yes. People will never be human capital. As long as they can make money.
Whoa.
Okay, Mr. Vincent, right now we got another guest to be part of the show, Pastor Timothy Hayes. How you doing?
All right, he'd like to join us.
Okay, you guys
thank you, guys.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Look forward to seeing you guys at the convention.
On December 2nd. Thank you, sir.
And y'all can pull me up on the you can search it under my name, Vincent Alexander, or you can go to my website, vincentalexander.org. Just put in Vincent Alexander, any search in Google or Yahoo, and my information will pop up.
Well, Vincent Alexander, we thank you so much for
all my books are available at Amazon.com and any major bookstore.
And we appreciate you, sir, and have a beautiful family reunion there.
All right, thank
Life
you.
is good. Be safe,
God bless you guys. Take care.
God bless you, yes, sir. Okay.
All right.
Okay, Pastor Hayes, welcome back to the program. You are now on the air, and your grandfather would be more than happy to take it from here. Richardson, go ahead.
Well, he has that important day, which is a Labor Day parade, and he's involved in going to attract X amount of thousands of people here in Kansas City. So, kind of, you take it from there, Pastor Hayes. Can you hear me, Hayes?
I'm here. I'm sorry, I'm ready.
Yeah, he was asking about the parade that you're involved in.
Yes, we got Labor Day Monday. We had Labor Day. We'll be at Harris Park. The event is called Taste of Kansas City. We got over 70 vendors coming out, food and non-food vendors that will be there in attendance, and we're going to have an amazing time.
Okay. Now, right now, that's on Monday. And what time does it start?
That starts at 10 a.m. and it ends at 9 p.m. Entertainment starts at 12, and then we dance the night away.
Okay, what's some of the acts you have on stage?
Oh, I got a band called Hot Mess. I got a band called J Melody. I got some of Kansas City's local artists, Carlton, Love Macy. We got comedians. We got motivational speakers. We got over 25 performers that will be performing. And we also have over 70 vendors that will be out selling items. We got a kids zone, so all the parents can bring your kids, bounce houses, playgrounds, basketball. We're expecting somewhere north of 5,000 to 10,000 people.
Okay, now exactly what part is located in Kansas?
This is going to be at Harris Park, 4029 Way. 4029 Way.
Okay. And right now, okay, what is the name of what is your theme, sir?
This is the Taste of Kansas City. The Taste of Kansas City is to allow people from all over to get a taste of Kansas City all in one place. And so we're bringing it all here for one spot.
Okay, now if a person want to, I guess, sample the food, do they they buy a ticket that they can get this individual?
The food is sold individually.
Okay.
Yep. Every vendor will have their own prices.
Okay, and I guess you have some food trucks here also?
Say that one more time. I didn't hear you, Mr. Folks.
You having the food trucks?
Oh, yeah. We have food trucks. We have private shelves. We have restaurants. We're going to have it all. Desserts, drinks, sweets.
Well, let me ask another question. Is it too late for somebody to get involved now? Somebody want to highlight their restaurant or their business? How would they do that?
It's not too late. You have to reach out to me personally at this point. and then I can get you signed up. There's a late registration fee, but we can definitely get you signed up. We have a few spots available because we knew we'll have a few people at the end trying to come in.
Okay, well, how can he get in contact with you, sir?
You will Facebook me, Pastor Timothy Hayes, Facebook, or you can give me a phone call at area code 816-609-2247. That's 816-609-2247.
Well, give us one more chance to people make sure they get it right now.
816-609-2247.
Now, also, when anybody be able to walk up and get a group on the site, or they got to call it advance reservation?
It's a free event. We'll be having walk-ups. It's an open community free event, so anyone can come.
Okay. And right now, this is the first time this happened. This is an annual event.
This is the first year we're hosting it, but we plan to do it again in the near future next year.
Okay, and how did this all come about, sir?
Well, I'm a foodie. I own a restaurant, and I decided
What's the name of your restaurant?
My restaurant is called What's on Your Plate. It's located at 2221 East 12th Street here in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay. And what's on your menu, sir?
We'll say that one more time.
What are the food that you serve? What's on your menu?
Oh, I got wings. I got pasta. I got fish.
Okay, wings and pasta. That sounds kind of interesting. Okay, and I know you're very, very multi-talented person. So right now, are you in an event now?
Right now, I'm taking orders and I'm putting y'all on mute, taking orders and putting orders out. So I'm doing a phone interview with y'all, giving directions and passing food out, and I'm trying to get a blessing from this lady in bed.
Well.
Here goes Sister Food right here. Thank you so much.
Well, Pastor Hayes, I know that your hands are full right now, for lack of better description. And I want to thank you for taking the time. One more time, tell us where they need to come and what time they need to get there.
French fries right there in front of me, gonna load them up. It starts at 10 a.m. at Harris Park, 4029 Wayne, Kansas City, Missouri, in the heart of the city. We're going to be there all day to 9 o'clock. Live entertainment. Come out, get you some drinks, some food, some fun, and come fellowship.
Okay. Well,
we can do more minutes here, and we consider all our minutes being precious. We might well take this opportunity, but not only the people that are listening to this by either Facebook, YouTube, Apple TV, but telling their friends about it and how the people come. Where are you expecting the majority of the people to come from?
I'm expecting the people to come from all over. It's the Labor Day weekend. According to our Facebook statistics, we are sitting at close to 7,000 people that are looking to participate with us at this event. We can just get a portion of them, so we have to be blessed. But we're looking forward to seeing as many as we can come out to have a good time, enjoy some good food, good music, and enjoy the culture of Kansas City.
Well, I know a lot of people everybody want to do something on Labor Day. By any chance, do you know what the temperature is supposed to be?
99 degrees, nice and hot.
Okay.
Nice and hot.
You have a way of cooling them down with your soft drinks and ice cubes and all the other things. But
oh yeah, we're going to definitely have drinks. There's no outside drinks allowed. All the drinks and food will be sold inside. And we're going to have ice cream vendors there also. Well, not the ice cream man, real ice cream baby.
Well, how did you get involved in this? What is
I own a restaurant. As you guys probably know, I've done many different businesses. in my time, voted twice. Just like that. I've done plenty of different businesses in my lifetime, and I wanted to find my niche to the restaurant business. I wanted to bring something to Kansas City that we haven't had. That's what I always do with the snack house. I've been on your show to talk about before another event. So I like to find something that we don't have to and bring it to the city. And so I went to Chicago last year. I enjoyed it, and I said it's time to bring it to Kansas City, and here it is.
Well, I might add to that, since you're reaching a lot of people in the St. Louis area and Ferguson, that's 270 miles, and a lot of people get away on Labor Day. So what other cities or states are you expecting people who have an invitation to come?
Yeah, I haven't dug into the demographics that much this year. I'm looking forward to getting out there with the people, talking to them, seeing where they come from. Monday, I haven't dug too deep into those demographics. We'll do an analysis, and we'll analyze the turnout come Tuesday, and we'll see exactly, how far, how near.
And there will be proper security there, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have all type of security, including KCPD's best. That goes to them. Two fries. Two silverware.
And also, the airport parking also.
Say that one more time.
Yeah, airport parking also.
Well, this event is kind of started off with just us, but then what ended up happening is we had a friend that had an event called 816 Day, which is a big event in Kansas City. They have what type of sauce? Lemon pepper hot? Okay, so buffalo with the lemon pepper hot. You gotta put it in buffalo. She wants lemon pepper hot. Yeah, buffalo with the lemon pepper. Yeah. It's okay. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm working also. But yeah, so we are partnering with the 816 Day Crew this event, and they're coming out. They're joining our event. They even got rang out, so they'll be joining our event. I'll be like, that's guys.
Okay, I've seen your restaurant. Since your restaurant is very popular, you got your business is doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's busy right now, so I'm gonna have to go. I got 4 people walking in as I walk an order out. So I'm gonna have to wrap it up here so I can make sure everything's going right. But I do look forward to seeing you guys Labor Day weekend, 10 to 9 p.m. 4029 Harris, 4029 Lane, Harris Park. But I do got to go. I got 4 people pulling up, y'all. I thank y'all so much for having me on your Ferguson radio station.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for being on Guess Who Come to Kansas.
Thank you.
Well, I think we had 2 real good guests on the day. We had Vincent Alexander, a writer, a publisher, and then we have Pastor Hayes, and they're going to make things very exciting and for people to come and really enjoy themselves in a safe type of way. And so this is really extended to everybody to come and get involved. Bring your business cards, bring your friends. By the time you have people in town, they want to know what to do. They don't want to barbecue in the backyard or whatever. They want to get out and meet the other people. So this event is very great for that. And then you have where Pastor Hayes will be part of the United Anointed Media Association when they have their Midwest Southeast Regional Conference to be over Brookshire Walking Cultural Heritage Center on Saturday, December the 10th. You have a lot of distinguished speakers, and you have some people for time well spent. They've really been involved with this community, and not just this community, but they really reach out. We also have some distinguished speakers. We have people that we call the Yuma component of people, like the people who deal with different things in the city, such as some people don't think veterans are getting treated that fairly. And you got other people on ascertainment. You got people we're going to send an invitation to. Jim Nunley, one of our experts on diabetes or health, on the same token, where he'll have we asked him to be one of the speakers. I'm quite sure he will be. On the same token, you might not have diabetes. I do. But you might have some other people in your family, or a lot of it might not be heredity, so it's a way of getting the word out. And then it's always a great opportunity when you listen to this great internet station in St. Louis. Well, tell us something about what you guys doing in St. Louis, and you got some upcoming event.
Well, MC, we had, excuse me, April the 4th and 5th, the Missouri Commerce will be hosting our first annual conference here at the Ferguson Community Center, and that's in Ferguson, Missouri. And I just returned last weekend. I was in Atlanta, Georgia for the, we had 123rd annual coming together, and that was We Are Together conference where we had the National Business League, the National Black Chamber of Commerce, the National Alliance of Black Businesses, and also the Conference of Black Mayors, World Conference of Mayors, I should say. We all were together in Atlanta, Georgia, and all these organizations were honoring the late Booker T. Washington, who actually was a founder, and principals of all our organizations. I'm part of the National Black Chamber of Commerce, and so we were one of the sponsors, and also the International Business League, along with the National Black Chamber of Commerce, created the National Alliance of Black Businesses. And then we brought in the World Conference of Mayors with the great Johnny Ford, the former mayor of Tuskegee, Alabama. And Tuskegee, Alabama. He's a former mayor there. And in the conference, we had over 1,300 blacks from around the world. Matter of fact, we had blacks from the diaspora on my photograph today, I had one of the excellencies, a lady that's she's associated with the 17 nations in Africa. At our conference, we had over 25 different nations that were there, and not only did we have the nations there from like Senegal, we had one gentleman that represented the African Union, and that's consists of 55 different nations. 54 depends on something, they lose different nations in their unions. But he was there. We had people from India was represented in India because this past spring, the National Chamber of Commerce was asked to do a trade delegation, to lead a trade delegation to Kenya, and while we were there, we were invited to be a part of a delegation to India, and so we were blessed to be a part of two great trade delegations simultaneously, and these delegations were being put on by the United States Chamber of Commerce, and so we were National Chamber of Commerce. We were very close with the Department of Commerce, and then the conference we had in Atlanta, Georgia, all those agencies in the United States Department of Commerce were available there. They were making dollars, making funds available, financial assistance, for your businesses, financial assistance if you want to do import and export. One of the things that people should know when you're going to travel abroad, you should always make preparation before you go there. And we're working with us, and we now have a sit up now opportunity for you can meet the right people before you go there, and they will save you money and time, and also may save your life. Because a lot of times people over there will take your money or you take your life. You may need to make the right preparations, but we have all those entities in one place now. And we, like I said, we had over 1,000, well, it's almost now over 1,300 businesses, black business owners, vendors. It was we got the downtown Hyatt Regency in downtown Atlanta, and we had great food. Benjamin Crump was our guest speaker. You know him from Al Sharpton, being his attorney, but we call him the American Attorney General for Black America. He was the keynote speaker for the gala we had there, and also the National Chamber of Commerce had our 30th annual banquet the night before. So it was a lot going on MC in Kansas City, and I'm just kind of giving you a rundown, and I just kind of touched on the tip edge, okay? But the good part about it is that come April the 4th and the 5th, most of these organizations will be in St. Louis and Ferguson, Missouri. The International Business League has committed to be here, and so is the National Chamber of Commerce. To Mayor Ford to see if he would be here also. And so we have a lot of black businesses and black mayors that are located in the St. Louis area. I think maybe like 24 to 25. And also we expect the mayor of Kansas City to probably be in attendance. This is for the Missouri Black Chamber of Commerce for the entire state of Missouri. And this will be our first annual event. I can assure you, Mr. MC Richardson, you'll be hearing a whole lot more about this on your upcoming shows. We will be promoting this, and we hope that you may be able to attend also, Mr. Richardson. But we're making plans now for the annual event. This is our first one we're doing here, and also we also plan to have a very nice banquet to honor some very distinctive people. So right now, people put in their calendars April the 4th and 5th, Ferguson, Missouri, which is a suburb of St. Louis, Missouri, right in the heart of North County. And so everyone is invited, and we look forward to seeing you. And also, we ask you to please always tune into my radio program, podcast, every Saturday from 3 p.m. on Ferguson USA, HotTalkRadio.com. We can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter live every Saturday. And also my program is rebroadcast every Sunday from 1 to 3, and also on Wednesdays from 3 also.
Brother Ira, it's 5:55 right now.
Okay, thank you. That's Scott Owens, our gracious engineer, producer, and owner of our station. And also, we're going to give a shout out to Scott this morning. Scott traveled to, he's very much involved with the veterans, and a good friend of his was a veteran, passed away recently in the St. Louis area. And his family is located in Centralia, Missouri.
Sedalia.
Sedalia, Missouri. And so he was gracious enough to take his belongings to his family in Sedalia. Scott, tell us a little bit about that, Scott.
Basically, I've known this veteran for 15 years, and he just passed away with dementia. So I basically just took his effects to his son in Sedalia. That's all I did.
Well, God's going to continue to bless you, because you were very, very close with the veterans, not just here in St. Louis, Missouri, but across the state of Missouri also. So thank you for all that you do, and also, Mr. Richard, you're a veteran also. I thank both of you for all that you continue to do for your country.
You're worth it.
And also, for people not aware, this is a Labor Day weekend, as Pastor Hayes was saying. And also, for those not aware, Labor Day weekend got started back in 1882 by President Grover. Oh, boy, let me get my notes here. You know who he was, MC? Do a little quick here. You see what's that, MC? Grover who?
Grover Cleveland.
Not Grover Cleveland, MC.
Oh. That's only Grover I knew.
Okay, well, I got my notes right here. Grover Washington.
Oh, really?
Yeah, President Grover Washington. Okay, just named Labor Day. On a matter of fact, it was a holiday in 1894. It was in 1881 where a labor leader by the name of Peter McGuire came up with the concept of doing this along with him and another union guy who was a machinist. His name had to be McGuire also, and they was all part of the New York delegation. And so they got together with the Knights of Columbus in New York, and on September 5th, 1882, they had the first Labor Day parade. And from that to this day, that is one reason why we say celebrate Labor Day, because it kind of honored all the hard work. And also, Labor Day is always considered to be the last weekend that you can travel for the summer. And that's also, the schools always normally close on Labor Day weekend. And some places, it's the end of summer because that's when you go back to school. But nowadays, schools are starting sometime in the 1st of August, the middle of August. But right now, that means summer is over. And that's a sign of Labor Day.
That's what I had. Show me safe. There's a lot of things you can do here. St. Louis, Ferguson, Kansas City, Sedalia, Springfield, St. Joseph, what have you.
Oh, yes.
The people are here. And you might want to enjoy yourself before we really got to start the work. Like I remind you, you got two important dates. You should be in attendance. The one on December 2nd and the one on April the 4th of 2024.
Right now, that date in December is very important because Yuma has been around. We'll be celebrating with their 50th anniversary, MC.
Yes.
In the 50 years, United Minority Media Association, we say Yuma is actually United Minority Media Association.
What we're saying, our little theme is 50 steady growing. And we want to add. And as you get a clock, you get a participation, and we need you.
Well, right now, MC, I think you've been doing this show for over 30 years right now, Guess Who Comes to Kansas City. And always, like we just said, there's a clock. And we look at it, and right now, that clock is saying it is time for us to go. Right now, it is 6 p.m. in the Midwest, Standard Time. You listen to Guess Who Come to Kansas City. That's Mr. MC Richardson. That is Scott Owens. My name is Aaron Fowlkes, and we want to thank you for joining us on Guess Who Come to Kansas City. We'll be back again, see you again next week, same time, same place, right, Mr. Richardson?
That's right. Thank you, and we're out of here.
And life is to be safe.